Hello, and welcome to Low Rollers, where the stakes are always high and the lows, well, we roll low. So, but yeah, we finally have a good recording software that is actually going to work and pick up the correct audio because we're recording from Discord. So, I am finally joined today with both Matt and Chris today. Say hello, guys.
Hello.
Hey, we're back. We're back and better than ever.
We're back and we're black and we're
Whoa.
Black, but that's okay.
Why?
Someone's
because
the frick was that?
Oh no.
and I have in the background because Sarah is here, but she's off in the background with Ghosts on the couch. So I think she heard that little sound coming from the computer, so that makes it even funnier. But yeah, so but it's only when I do it. I think I don't think it's with the work phone. It's only when I do it. So if I were to do like something like this, I know I'm sorry, audience. It's gonna be crazy, but yeah, like she's over there smiling right now about it.
I got Jesse again with that.
Oh, with the knocking?
Knock. We were sitting here. I think I was playing COD and he was doing Fallout London. I did it, and I hear him go, "Yeah," like really worried. And then he goes, "Don't you fucking do that! Stop fucking doing that! You make me feel crazy."
But no, so today's episode is all about slang. You know, we all use it. We heard it over the years, the different versions of slang, how it's evolved over the years. And Sarah's giving me a weird look. But so yeah, you know, that's pretty much what it's about. But before we get into today's topic, we got a little bit of small talk because I know a little mishap happened with Mr. Christopher. We were just talking about it before you got here, Matt, but you don't know nothing about it. So fill us in on the little mistake.
Technically, there were two mishaps. Yes.
Oh, Christ.
Wait. Yeah, yesterday and today. Yesterday was annoying. So yesterday, after I got done work, I was like, well, no. All right, let's rewind past that. Before that, what's today? Thursday? Wednesday? Tuesday, I was like chilling at work and I'm like, I really want to go to the range. I've been wanting to go to the range for like the last few days. And I'm like, I ain't waiting for anyone else to go. So like I asked my roommate, I asked Kyle. No, I don't want to go. Okay. I asked one of my coworkers, Cody, you want to go to the range tomorrow after we're done work? No, I can't because I have to get my car fixed. And I was like, all right, fuck it. I'm just going to go by myself on Wednesday. So I got the thought in my head, like, okay, I actually want to finally get a sight for my gun. So I went to my local gun shop that's down close to my family, not near me, because the closest one to me where I live is in where my family lives. So I go there and I buy a sight. Now, anyone who's in the guns knows sights can be pretty expensive. I dropped about $300. Got back, went to my mom's, which, by the way, it's $250 for the sight, and I also bought new defense ammo because I shot my old defense ammo at the range, and I bought new defense ammo. Which, for anyone who's into guns, I bought Hornady critical defense. And so I came to like 304, so I threw it on my credit card so I can pay that. And I get back to my mom's. Mom's like, "What are you doing here?" I'm like, "I'm going to the range and I want to put my new sight on so I can go play with my toy." Turns out the sight I bought doesn't work for my gun. None of the poles match up. So I'm sitting there at the kitchen table. I'm like, what the fuck? I look it up. Even though I have a Canik Mete SF. It is a full-size pistol. Canik so thought it would be a good idea to, instead of giving it a full-size like sight mount, to make it a micro sight mount for a compact pistol. So
That's
I had
insane.
to go back to mainline. I'm like, fuck it. I was planning on shooting anyway. I'll return it. Returned it. Dude behind the counter was cool. He was like, we can order the right one for you. That's why it's an even exchange. I'm like, yeah, do it. Because I want the one he ordered for me, which is it's a Hollow Sun 407C I bought. And they ordered in a 407K, which hopefully will be here tomorrow or Monday. I can't go shooting with it, cite it. So he's like, yeah, when it comes in, you just pick it up and then you'll be good. I'm like, all right, dope. So I still went there, shot my gun, left. And I was like, all right, I'm not going to clean my gun tonight. I'm going to do it tomorrow when I go to my mom's so I can do my laundry. Fast forward to today. Finally get to my mom's after I spent like 3 hours or however many hours home before I went to my mom's. And I clean my gun, finish cleaning my gun, and I get everything back together, slides back on, barrels back in, recoil springs back in, everything. So get everything back on, gun's fully together. I'm racking it, making sure the trigger works. Everything's together. The last time I go to rack it and make sure everything's fine, the slide slips out of my grasp and the rear sight slashes down my fucking finger, turning my gun into a real boy. My gun drew fucking blood. And yeah, my gun actually has blood on it now. So it's fucking awesome. And it hurt like a bitch. I sat there for like a minute, like feeling the pain throbbing in my fucking finger, which the cut is not that bad. I thought it was worse when I was looking at it at first. I really thought it actually went down to bone. So I look over at my mom and my uncle who's in the kitchen. I'm like, yo, give me like a napkin or paper towel, whatever now. Grabs it, throws it to me, put it on. I'm holding it there for like another minute. I'm like, I get like a Band-Aid and like peroxide and Neosporin and shit. Like 5 minutes goes by and I'm like, yeah, y'all not hear what I just said? And finally my mom moved her ass to go get me the shit I asked for, put peroxide on my finger, watch as it's pussing. Because now the wound, after I had just cleaned it, after I got everything, has fucking gun oil in it and gun grease. Even after cleaning my hand, it still got into the wound. I had to fucking clean that shit. That shit pussed like a bitch and it fucking hurt. Yeah, that was my adventure.
Jesus Christ.
And don't worry, just to make sure we don't get canceled because of me saying all this, no, there was not I thought someone walked in my room. There was not a magazine in my gun, so there was no bullet in the gun. So don't worry about that. The magazine was totally out, off to the side. Actually, no, it wasn't off to the side. It was still in my gun case because I brought my case with me to clean my gun. So it was still sitting in my gun case until I was ready to put it in. And then after I cleaned it, I just threw the gun back into the case and then came home and just now put the clip in. Now it sits on the side of my fucking computer desk. Sorry, viewers, for who just realized there's a jump cut. Shit happened on Lou's end, so thankfully I am recording on my end because my OBS is set for streaming and recording, so I should have no issues.
Fantastic.
Yeah, so it should be fine. We'll be fine with my stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, that was the end of my story.
Yeah. So he got attacked.
Mm-hmm.
He got mad.
It was great.
Pretty much.
And the fucked up thing is too, the whole time I was like yesterday before when I left the range, I was like, should I fuck with everyone and say like I'm in the hospital because the bullet ricocheted and hit me or something like that? I was like, nah, that'd be fucked up, and I don't need people like actually freaking out and blowing my phone up. And then that happened.
That'd have been some.
And then when I texted y'all saying there's a lot of blood, I was gonna say I'm actually at the hospital now because it went down to the bone. And I gotta get stitches.
I think two people would have been freaking out. Like, what the fuck did you actually do?
Yeah, she probably would have. Maybe. She might have just been like, good job, and then that would be it.
Yeah, probably.
You think she'd be more freaked out than Sarah?
Possibly.
Man, no, thankfully it was
Matt,
it just like a I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off, but thankfully it's just like
no, you're fine.
a little cut. It doesn't really look that bad. It stings and still a little numb, but tomato, whatever. It's not the first time my gun has fucking bit me. It's the first time to draw blood though.
Oh, now it's gonna want more.
Mm-hmm.
So now you have to actually physically kill someone now. Mm-hmm. Bang bang flavor gang. Matt, any updates with you, good sir? Because I know last time we talked was you died.
Yeah. Well, last night. Yeah, I'm sorry.
Last night,
I
and
fell
I
asleep.
think the last time you were on was when we had the grinds our gears, and then you were on vacation as
2 weeks
I
ago.
was, and
So,
then
yeah, I mean,
you know,
vacation and then work's just been rough. So the job search begins.
yeah,
Job search begins, folks. It's 2024. It's time for it seems like a lot of people getting new jobs in 2024. So why not?
yeah. I
Because
would say if you wanted to make the drive, come drive to my job, but
go protect
mhm,
the Secret Service.
yeah, protect and serve
Protect
these nuts.
serve the Secret Service. Hey. No, so yeah, everything's good here. Rolling with the punches.
I feel that. I mean, so there was something that I meant to bring up. I think it just happened like last week. I took Lacey to Walmart around here, and I took her there for something. I can't fucking remember what it was. It might have been something that I was trying to get for for my computer setup, or it was like trying to get batteries for something. I'm not 100% sure. But I get there and I pull up to this car. I'm in, obviously, Sarah's car because my car no longer has a car seat right now. So I pull up beside this car. It was a Jeep. And I saw something on the back that kind of caught my eye. I was like, and it was in white. It looked like just like, just a random star, like Star David type thing.
Mm.
I'm like, oh, someone's Jewish, whatever. Cool. So I get Khaleesi out, and me and Khaleesi are walking around the back, and I happen to look back up. Yeah, it's not a Star David at all. It was a star. It was a pentagram. A satanic worshipping pentagram on the back of this person's car.
Hmm.
I never walked so fast away from a car in my life.
I would have moved the
I'm
car.
like, nope,
Back in the car.
nope,
Let's get
nope,
back in
not
the
dealing
car.
with any satanic people. Nope.
How would that bother? Everyone there?
What are you?
Hello?
Yeah, I'm here.
Oh,
We're
everyone
here.
just like died for a second. I'm like, what the fuck?
We did? Oh.
Yeah, you all
No,
just like
no.
went
Did you
silent
hear
when
my
I.
story about the thing?
No,
The
I 100%
satanic thing?
did, and I was like, why was that bother you so much?
It wouldn't have
We
bothered me.
have a friend who's
It would have bothered.
satanic.
I mean, yeah, this is true. But I
He's
don't
literally
mess with
called
satanic
Uncle
shit, bro.
Satan.
Like, physically. That's different when you actually see somebody that worships the fucking devil. I don't fuck with that shit.
Jesse does.
Yeah, I know, because he's fucking weird. He's a weirdo. He's fucking weird. But Jesse is Jesse at the same time. I think he just says the shit to say the shit. Like, the fuck? But that's besides the point. So, whatever. I was just like, yeah, no, not fucking with that. Like, I low-key wanted to see who the fuck's car it was, but I didn't get out in time, so couldn't find out. I couldn't find out whether if they were a complete weirdo or some shit like that.
I was just a
But-
normal everyday person, dude.
Maybe.
Yeah, he puts his pants on one leg at a time, just like we did.
Yeah, and he doesn't walk up to
So-
people's doors, knocks on, and asks them how they feel about Jesus Christ.
True.
I have a Ring camera. It says, "We're not available right now. Please leave the package at the door."
Oh my god, I need to get a Ring camera.
I have
So
to
bad.
change it to, "Hello, we do not have solicitors. Goodbye."
Maybe I'll get a Ring camera at the next house. Who knows? But So, good little small talk, I believe. I can't really think of anything else. I'll probably think of something next episode.
Land.
Oh, Chris, I know you don't listen to the episodes at all.
Hmm.
Maybe you do, but you don't. But last episode that we did with Kyle, you know, how that one was a complete travesty on my end.
Yeah.
The ending stayed.
Oh, I know. You told me.
That was fucking fantastic.
You
I
told
pissed
me.
myself laughing that night.
Oh,
I laughed myself to fucking sleep that night. I was like, oh my god, it fucking stayed.
yeah,
That
no.
was great.
It did. 100% did. I know it did.
Yeah.
Don't worry. I know it did.
Yep. But no, so that's up there. I didn't get to listen to the entire thing. I do want to try to listen to our episodes every now and again. Call it a bit of an ego type thing or weird. You know, I want to listen to how it is, how it's going to sound, how I want to be in the
You're the
listener's
one
shoes.
editing it.
Like, okay.
I'm not editing it, so I don't really kind of care, to be honest.
Yeah.
It's not that I don't care
yeah.
about the podcast itself. Like, I care about the podcast. But you know, I don't care to re-listen to everything we talk about. That's just me, though. Now, like, if we were doing like D&D, where we were like streaming D&D, then I go back and be like, I gotta remember if I talked about this in the last episode or not.
Yeah.
But that would be like 3 hours of fucking video, and I wouldn't do it.
Oh Christ! I mean, we're gonna split the D&D talk up into a couple things, so that's gonna like be like parts that we're gonna do on that talk. So, but let's get into the topic at hand, everybody. So obviously, like I said, there's been slang over the years, spanning probably further back than what this list says from the 1920s. It probably goes even further back to that, but obviously, we're not going to be able to find it.
Yeah, but I do have to say, like, a lot of these, I was reading through them. A lot of these terms, man, are shit people still say today, and some of them
definitely.
They say came in like a certain year, and I'm like, I'm pretty sure I was saying that in the 90s.
Yeah. I mean, it could have been that we were saying it in the 90s, but they originated in a certain time. You know what I mean? We could have probably heard it from an old movie we watched or whatever, and it just picked up, and someone else heard it, and it's like whispered down the lane. It just gets traveled down. You know, like we'll start with the 1920s. We'll just start from the earliest thing. Never heard anybody say 23 skidoo. I've heard a blue skidoo we can do.
I think
that's what I heard.
I think what it probably actually ended up turning into was skedaddle.
I mean, true. It probably did get
just because I'm reading the description. To get going, move along, leave or scram, probably skedaddle, time to skedaddle out.
Yeah. You know, that definitely, like, living in that time to hear, but like, oh, time to 23 and skidoo, 23 skidoo. It's like,
skidoo, weekend too.
Right, it probably gonna turn into blue skidoo, weekend too. I've heard this, I don't know how many times, mainly from probably my grandmom or like older generations, or like I said, old movies. The cat's pajamas. Oh, that's the cat's pajamas.
Never heard
that.
That's shocking. I've heard that so many fucking times.
That must be
meaning the best or the height of excellence.
Yeah,
you know, that's pretty much what that means.
The cat's pajamas.
That's the cat's pajamas.
Yeah, never.
That's who I heard hearing it. So that's where I heard it was in Disney Dreamlight Valley when Sarah was playing it. And it was Goofy that said, he's like, oh, that's the cat's pajamas.
Oh my God.
So that's what was being said. Now I remembered where that was from.
It makes sense. I
the
think
next
that's
one
around that time.
You think you've heard it?
No, I said if that makes sense with Goofy, because pretty sure. Oh no, I think they were like way later than the 20s.
What?
Disney.
Like Disney?
Yeah.
He's probably. I think Goofy's from like the 30s.
Yeah, so probably right along that time. Then yeah, makes sense.
Yeah.
But continue.
Next
Number
one was gams.
legs
I've never heard of gams before.
for
Never heard of
legs.
It means legs, but gams? Like think
Yo,
back in the 1920s, some like fucking like
something gam.
mobster guy going to be like, hey, check out that lady's gams. Like, what?
I'm gonna take out your gams. I'm gonna knock in
Like,
your gams.
be like, hey, lady, let me see your gams real quick. And it's like, what? No.
Take
Now-
out your gams.
No.
Yeah, that's just weird. Never heard of that. Now the next
Thank
one.
God that got died.
Yeah.
The next one.
The next
if you wanna
one
say it,
I
you
say all the fucking time. Not all the time. I haven't said as much recently. But number 4 that comes up for 1920s is the real McCoy. That's still used today.
I've never really heard of it. I think it's a
Really?
very select few people that say it. Yeah, I've never heard of the real McCoy as a slang term. Where it says for what it means is sincere, genuine, or the real thing. The real McCoy.
Really? You never?
heard-
I've said it in
heard
front of you multiple times.
How often do I listen to anything what anybody says?
That's sure no one fucking listens to what I say ever. That's evident. Yeah, dude, I've sat there and said multiple times in front of everyone where I'm like, or like me and Pat even say, or we'll like look at somebody like, yeah, it's the real McCoy.
You know what? Come to think about it, because, you know, random vaults in my head like to open up every time and again to remember random things in my life. I do kind of remember you saying that.
Yeah, I say it.
Like,
It's
just out of nowhere.
it's
Just
very
like, I
rare.
probably heard it and it just went over my head.
It's rare when I say it, but it's something that's in my vocabulary.
Yeah. But I think you're probably the only person I've ever heard say it, ever. So, the next one, again, never heard anybody say it. Hotsy totsy.
Never, yeah.
Sarah's shaking her head yes, that she's heard of hotsy totsy before. I've heard of like a hottie toddy, the drink. But I've
Yeah,
never heard of hotsy totsy.
neither have I. I never
Perfect.
Perfect. That's hotsy totsy.
never heard of that, to be honest.
That's with me, man. That's hotsy. It's hotsy. I don't know.
Now the next one, because I especially 1920s,
Yeah.
I never heard of anyone. I mean, maybe it was at that time, but mall
Yeah, I don't know. I
for a
thought
female
mole or
companion of a
mall.
gangster.
Yeah.
Then again, you know, I grew up around this time where our female companions or our wives or anything are called old ladies.
Yeah.
Like,
I think that was
mall-
more later though.
Mall, like, I don't know, and even in old gangster movies, like old mob movies, you never hear a gangster call their woman a mall. Like,
Yeah,
Which-
never heard of that before in my life.
hot topic real quick based on this, since gangsters up here. A real gangster is someone from the Russian or Italian mob. Just saying that, not what everyone thinks a gangster is today. That ain't a fucking
Irish,
gangster.
Yeah, not
A
at all.
gangster is someone who
No.
dresses up in a fucking suit that you don't think is going to sit there, pull a gun on you, and fucking shoot you. The
Yeah.
mob is what created gangsters. What's on the street today is not a gangster.
No, they're fake.
And my
fake
rant.
gangsters. So, I 100% agree with that rant, though, Chris. I do. Sarah's cracking up because of this one slang that's in the 1930s, which we'll get to that in a second. But moving on, the next one everybody's heard, which I would love to go to one of these. I
speakeasy?
would absolutely love it. Yes, a
Yeah.
speakeasy.
They still exist.
Yeah, there's still a lot out today.
There's some in Philly.
Yeah, and I would love to go to one. Like, not
I never-
just dressed
I've
like
never
I
been to one.
normally am. I want to go there dressed like in that time. You know,
Speakeasy
like,
parties.
I want to have a speakeasy party so bad. The next one.
I use the next one.
Bee's knees.
The bee's
I think
knees.
everybody's.
Everyone
That's
uses
the
that.
bee's knees.
It's still used.
That's the bee's knees.
I use it in stream every once in a while when I'm like fucking around. I'm like,
A little
that's
bit
a
of hot
bee's
sauce
knees.
on that, and that'd be the bee's knees.
Yeah,
That's some please.
that's it for the 20s.
Sarah reminded me for that
with
we heard
Birdie.
that from a Disney movie, The Princess and the Frog,
Oh,
when Tiana was helping Mama Odie with her gumbo. And she said it's like, add a little bit of hot sauce and that'll be the bee's knees. So the next one, we're on to the 1930s. I'll be a
Hey, look,
monkey's uncle.
I've heard that
I don't.
before.
Haven't heard that used in a long time, but hearing it,
I've heard it.
hearing it reminds me of Jesus Christ.
Start using that at work.
Matt, you're echoing bad.
How am I echoing?
I don't know.
You have a shitty mic. You have a
How am I
mic.
echoing?
I don't know.
No, you're not. You're not.
You're not
echoing
now.
You're fine.
Good.
Piece of shit.
But anyway, for the monkey's uncle, every time like I hear it, I don't think of the actual slang term. What comes to mind for me is a scene from unfortunately now a company that no longer exists online. And the line is, well, I'll be a monkey's while they save men. And it's from Red versus Blue. Every time I hear I'll be a monkey's uncle, I think of Red versus Blue.
Oh, geez.
And that's going to make anybody that listens that watch Red versus Blue, especially around the time that episode came out, I think it was like season 1 or 2. I think it's season 2.
Christ.
Because it's like the scene where Church is like, give me some money and I'll send you to heaven. It's you only got to give me $5. I haven't heard that slang though in fucking forever.
I still hear it from time to time, to be honest. The next one everybody knows is gig. Yeah. Known as a job. You know, a job
that's
or like
still used today.
It could be used. Yeah, it could be used for not
a lot
of
things.
A job. It's just it's a lot of things. Which
what the fuck?
Kind of like, segues over to one word that is used for everything that is now in the dictionary, Jawn.
Jawn.
Used for fucking everything. The only thing is that is a Philly word. That is a Philly area word.
See it on billboards here.
Yeah.
And
it's like it's on
Morgan.
like
I put that Jawn on everything.
Everything. I literally put that Jawn on fucking everything. Look at that Jawn. Check this Jawn out. Don't know.
I don't even notice I say it, to be honest.
Yeah, it just rolls off the tongue. It rolls off the tongue so fucking well.
Yeah, I mean, I use it a lot more like living closer to Philly now than I did like in Coatesville. Like we don't really use Jawn. In Coatesville is more joint.
Not me.
Like jaunt. Like
the reason for me is because my brother-in-law is from Philly. He said that all the time. Still does to this day. So that was a part of my vocabulary growing up.
Yeah, I'm married
all my life. Yeah. So next one, never heard of this. Girl Friday.
Neither have I.
I thought Girl
secretary
Friday
or female assistant. I didn't even know that's what it would have meant. I thought Girl Friday was like a
girls' night out. Yeah.
Yeah, like a girls' night out, not like just a secretary or female assistant. But now, because that one don't really know much about. So this one, juke joint.
I mean, take the juke out. I know exactly what you mean with joint.
Jukebox.
Joint means multiple things, especially today. Joint can literally mean a fucking joint you smoke, or like, yo, you want to go head back to the... Actually, no, I guess not.
Head back to that joint? Yo, did you see that joint over there? It's like the same thing as
that's what I meant.
But that's a different reiterance of the slang.
And like that even says it's typically southeastern U.S. That could be something southeastern U.S.
It says it's an establishment of drinking, dancing, music.
So it's kind of like...
So it's like a club.
Kind of like a speakeasy. It's kind of like another word for speakeasy in a sense.
Except this is for blues music.
It's like... it's like Barnaby's.
Yeah. So the next one, this one, Sarah was cracking up at.
I've heard it so many times.
Skivvies. Matt
yeah.
said this. Matt, you fucking said this in Revving Up with the Rednecks before. So I gotta get my skibbies.
It's mainly like a country term, to be honest. I think a lot of country people still use it.
It's a country thing.
Oh,
And I've heard Matt say it in the fucking Revving Up with the Rednecks episode and had me die. I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? Your skibbies.
that stuff, like, you got into character and you became
You
those guys.
become that
You
character.
were
Yeah.
those guys. You weren't yourself anymore. You were
No, not
you were
at all.
transformed into early 2000s Alabama.
Oh my god. Oh,
I skivvy, gotta
Fucking
get my
hilarious.
skivvies on.
but I have heard it before.
Favorite.
I have heard like my mom's side of the family say that because they have that weird southern accent.
Mm.
Yeah.
Start saying I gotta clean your skivvies.
You gotta clean your skivvies.
I get my skivvies.
So, Now we're out of the 1930s, and we're moving on to the 1940s.
Everyone's heard of the first one.
Blockbuster, but
Yep.
that means multiple different things. That
You
can
know,
be a store.
Blockbuster mainly means one thing now. I mean, yeah, it used to be
Well,
a
yeah.
store, but
successful movie.
since it shut down, unfortunately, yeah, everyone just knows it's like what Matt just said. It's a very successful movie. Like something's very successful, not just a movie,
Yeah.
but it's anything that can be successful. Like Call of Duty, that's a blockbuster game.
Blockbuster.
You know,
Yeah.
remember the Amanda show, Blockblister. Welcome to
Blockbuster.
Blockblister.
Oh my fucking god, that was hilarious. I love that.
It'd be like, you don't want revving up with the rednecks. You want rev with the necks or some shit.
Rev with the neck.
Next, right?
Rev with
The
the
next
neck.
one, I feel I've heard,
I know why you've heard
but
it.
not
Is that a movie?
often. What?
Is that
Keeping
a
Up with the
movie?
Joneses?
Yep,
Yeah,
I know why you've heard it.
This is a
Why?
movie.
Keeping Up with the Kardashians.
True.
That's
Keeping
that's
Up
why it
with the
sounds
Kardashians,
familiar.
yeah.
I've never
I mean, yeah,
in
but
my
I never heard
life-
it in that context.
I've never in my life heard someone say, "Oh, we're keeping up with the Joneses." Like, never heard that in my life.
Wasn't that was a movie,
Maybe.
right?
I don't fucking
movie.
know.
Oh yeah. It had
No, that's the Jeffersons. Sorry,
Zach
I was thinking with
Galifianakis.
that. Okay, I was thinking of the Jeffersons. Keeping Up with the Jeffersons.
Keeping Up with the Joneses. Zach
Keeping Up with the
Galifianakis.
Joneses.
I don't fucking know. I just never heard that line in my life, except for Kardashians. That's about it.
This next one, it's still used today. It's
Kakoi.
cool.
Cool.
Kakoi.
I just said it wrong,
Yeah,
but
cool.
cool.
That's cool.
That's cool. Cool story, bro. It can
Yeah.
use in
Yeah, it gets used
Many
no
different
matter
ways.
what. Yeah,
sitting in the hot seat.
that's
Yeah,
that's still used.
we've used it. It's
Yep.
still used. It's not used as often, but it's used in different ways.
It's mainly used on game shows and
Yeah.
stuff. You're sitting in the hot seat.
Who wants to be a millionaire?
Who wants to be a millionaire? A highly uncomfortable or embarrassing situation.
And the next one,
is smooch.
smooch. Smoochy noochies. The
Fucking-
fuck was that?
It was fucking mad.
That was a
Oh,
kid.
fucking.
sounds like Nappy Nap.
Now we're in the fun
The
times
50s.
of the 1950s.
I would love
Big
the
Brother is watching you.
These was just
See, I have heard that,
I haven't.
but not in that tech context.
Uh-huh.
Don't like mainly because it's been shortened down to you got Overwatch. So like I
True,
think Big Brother's
true.
watching is more of a I mean, I could be 100% wrong here and I am stupid on this shit and I just saying shit, but I think that could also be something more towards like military wise.
well.
Bro.
I always say Big Brother.
Actually, no, mind because this is the 50s. I mean, oh no, still,
No.
yeah, we were doing shit with crap around the time, but like, still, like that sounds like something from like the late 50s with the military, especially when they start getting into like planes and shit like that. Like, you have, I don't know what plane it was during that time, but I'm just using this one as an example. Like the AC-130, like Big Brother's watching you. Like you have something watching over you, which
AC-130 above.
Maybe this has something correlate more towards military and end up going out to civilians, like to us civilians. That's just how I'm seeing it for that one. And then the next one, boo boo. Those some
boo boo.
Those some mighty boo boos there. Gotta get a
boo
boo for my boo boo nade. Yeah, boo boo nade. Not a band-aid.
And now that word boo boo has got twisted around so much over the years and different like groups of people and different states and everything like that, you know, and different slang words and everything, like, you know, like I've heard people say, "Oh, who do you think I am, Boo Boo the Fool?"
Never heard that.
That's more of like in the southern areas, you know, or out west. You know, I used to know people out west, so they'd be like, "Oh, what do you think I am, Boo Boo the Fool?" You know, that's very
Boo Boo's always been a wound to me. Or a mistake.
Yeah, a wound.
Looks like
you know,
you might have the serious case of the boo boos.
I got a serious case of the boo boos, the ouchies. This next one, hi-fi.
Yep. You see it. You see it on products. You don't really hear it.
True.
It's on products. That's mainly what it is. It's just means something's pretty much like high definition. It's a high fidelity or whatever. That's really all it is.
Yeah.
It's still used. It's just what goes onto a product to show it's has a high fidelity rate and shit like that. That's really it.
Yeah.
I did not know this next word
you
started
can
in the
chime in at any point and say whichever one of these. Like, we're not taking over. You can say. You can look at the fucking list.
I'm sorry, hipster. That's number 4, hipster.
This is Jesse.
If you want, I can introduce the all the words. Yeah.
Hipster.
The funny thing is,
a lot of WIP, and they like having fun on WIP.
True.
But it's funny because it says it's an innovative and trendy person. Where I'm pretty sure hipster today is someone who likes old stuff and likes stuff that's not liked by a lot of people.
So is it a hipster
got changed,
or is it different?
I think it got changed over the years. I think it became something different as years went on.
Hipsters are those people who wear like flannels with the nice trimmed beards and nice haircut.
Coming up in 60s.
Kind of talking about someone, but I know he's not a hipster. But like, they don't have to be dressed like that. Like I said, Jesse's a hipster. He likes things that other people do not like, and he'll find the dumbest shit to listen to because he's like, no one else knows this, so I like it. Like, the fuck's the one thing he listens to? Oh my god, I forget the name of the band, but King Gizzard and the Lizard Wizards. Never heard of it, but he knows of it, and he thinks they're the greatest band to exist. And he's like, everyone knows who they are. And every time you ask someone, they go, "Are you high? Are you having a stroke?" He goes, "King Gizzard and the Lizard Wizards is a really good band." I'm like, they have one song that he likes playing, and the whole song's just rattlesnake, rattlesnake, rattlesnake the whole fucking time. And I'm just like, turn it off. I'm so tired of this song. I'm tired of this fucking song.
I think he just listens to like the other guy that he listens to. Something Zappa?
Frank Zappa.
Frank Zappa, yeah.
Never heard of Frank Zappa till Jesse said it, and he thinks that's like one of the greatest singers ever. I'm like, I think you definitely have a screw loose there, bub.
Like, I know people have heard of Frank Zappa before. Like, if you ask a couple people, they've heard of him, but they're not going to go and say,
walk up someone go, "Do you know King Gizzard and Lizard Wizard?" They're not going to go, "Oh yeah, I know who they are. They're great." They're going to go, "Who the fuck?" That's like me walking up to people, "Hey, do you know the band we butter the bread with toast?" Like no one's gonna know of that fucking band.
True. So the next one is Daddy-O.
Heard that
one is
a lot.
Still
Yeah.
used a
It
lot.
was used
Not-
among hipsters
There, Mario.
Mhm.
and beatniks. What the fuck is that?
Opposite of
That's a good question.
I'm looking that up. Oh god, I hope I didn't just say a racial slur by accident.
A person who participated in a social movement of the 1950s and early 1960s, which stressed artistic self-expression and the rejection of the mores of conventional society.
Okay. Like after I said it, I immediately thought to myself, like, "Oh my god, this is a racial slang, isn't it?" Oh fuck.
Slap me five, Daddy-O.
You got
Yeah, but that word is like,
Yeah.
Mario.
Now we're into
The 60s.
1960s.
The 1960s.
Groovy.
yeah, that's still used.
That's groovy, baby.
Groovy,
I'll
baby.
use it once in a blue moon.
Yeah. I only use it when I'm referencing Austin Powers, pretty much. That's the
I
only time
use
ever
it.
used
Hold on.
Because use a bitch.
No. Fuck.
Oh, we see number 2.
I'm gonna see if this works. Oh shit, where is it? I use it because of this.
Groovy.
Oh, it doesn't work. Damn it.
Oh,
I put up my sound pad and it was just Ash saying groovy.
oh.
Whenever I play
man.
Ash Williams and COD, I say groovy all the time.
Groovy.
Yeah. Now this next one is hippie.
So it
We
is
all
from
know hippie.
Yeah, it's from hipster.
Yep. we
Young
all know a
adult who
hippie.
rebelled against established institutions, criticized middle class values, opposed the Vietnam War, and promoted sexual freedom.
Yep.
sexual freedom. So that's pretty much
And
happening.
smoked and well, actually, did not smoke, just did drugs all day long.
Yeah, pretty much. But that one everybody knows. This one, you got to stick it to the man.
Oh,
The
who?
man.
Becky Lynch?
Person.
But yeah, no, the man is still used every once in a while, I feel.
Mainly by Jesse, I feel.
No.
I feel Jesse uses that. No,
I don't think I've ever heard him say to the man.
well, everybody knows.
Man.
Far out.
Far out, bro.
Strange or groovy. This is all
Groovy,
pothead slang.
baby.
All pothead slang.
Yep.
Except for the last one.
I remember you
Last
saying
one
that.
is like,
bread.
How can far out mean strange or basically cool?
that's far out, dude. Like,
But it could
that's
also mean it's
groovy.
cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or
Hey.
both.
It has multiple meanings,
The
so
next one. The
Bread.
next one. Bread.
Yep.
gotta get that bread.
Gotta get that bread.
I've
Bread, I got
never used it
bread.
myself, but I've heard it a lot.
$2.
Yeah, never used it.
$2. Counting my bread.
1970s. Now we're getting into the shit that I started to use
This shit I still use.
because of that's where
I don't see
my family learned a lot of shit.
Never mind, I do.
So the first one, catch you on the flip side. I say that every now and again just to be a dick.
Yeah, just be a smart ass, just use it.
Just see you later.
The next one. Life's a garden, dig it.
Dig it. D-I-G.
Dig it, yeah.
And you dig it, sucker.
Yeah, I use it every once in a while. Whenever like I see something I actually like, I'll go, I'll dig it.
But yeah,
I dig it.
yeah. So a lot of us use that. Get down or get boogie.
Oh, boogie with
Get down, get down.
I haven't heard that used in a long time.
Man, this one
Mind
uses all
blowing.
the time. Mind blowing.
Yeah.
That is
Still used a
mind-blowing.
lot all the time.
Yeah, it's unbelievable. Originally, pump iron, lifting weights. We all like
That
go pump some iron.
yeah,
Whatever.
that has recently switched over to hold on, let me see if it comes up here.
Put them down.
No, it's not on here. So this is a slang term that's no longer on here. But that's been turned into gotta get gains.
Gotta get
Gains. I know that's a newer slang term now is gains. I only know that because I
Yeah.
watch fucking Lance 210. Or
Yeah,
used to
makes sense.
anyway.
Then the next one, workaholic. That became a thing for workaholic.
Mm-hmm.
Which
You know what?
Yeah.
I'm not a workaholic anymore.
you used to be.
I used to be, and I cared.
Yeah, when you
Care
did
anymore.
start.
I unfortunately am.
anymore.
Yeah.
So what? There's only
Now-
2 of us left that are workaholics that we all know of. If
Yeah.
Matt, oh no, 3 because of your one buddy that I just met.
Mm-hmm.
I think-
Miguel. Yeah.
Because
Miguel's
me
workaholic.
and fucking Kay are workaholics.
Oh, where's Miguel working at now?
He owns his own business.
Ah,
Yeah, he has a job now.
A yob.
I shit you not, he has a job.
You say a
But
yacht?
he owns Yob. Yob.
A
yeah.
yacht.
He does like sidewalks. No, not sidewalks, like hard stuff,
Oh,
like
hardscape.
concrete shit.
Yeah,
Something like that. Landscaping, yeah, like hardscaping. Yeah. Yes.
hardscape. Yeah, that's good.
Yes.
I think
That's
his
what he
dad-
does. His dad, I think, does that or does something like that. But off topic.
That's awesome.
But yeah, that's what he does. He's had his job now for a good couple months now. He has 20 guys under him. So
My man, right there.
doing good. Now we're on to the 1980s. We're almost to our year. Our fucking year.
Yep, we're next one up is ours.
1990.
First
Bodacious.
one, Bodacious.
I can't tell you the
I've
last
heard
time
it.
I actually heard that.
I've heard it. Don't
Bodacious.
hear it a lot. I hear it in songs. That's why.
Yeah, that's where I hear it.
That is Bodacious.
Bodacious.
The next one I use
it all the time.
all
the time.
the fucking time
I'm
when I
sure.
create a stream title.
Yep.
Like
Lou used to
usually,
use that back in the day.
No ass, but just chilling.
Chilling with my homies. People
Yeah, like,
all know me.
if I'm just playing a game and everyone's in Discord talking while I'm streaming, I literally just do it like recently I did like oh wait, I have fucking OBS open. I can just look at it. Oh shit. Grinding for that Borealis while chilling with the boys. Like
Sounds about right.
I use it all the fucking time, especially for my stream titles.
Yeah. So moving on to the next, I have heard it. I think my sister said it once or twice. Dweeb.
Dweeb.
You fucking dweeb. Freaking
Oh, you know what I
dweeb.
just realized isn't on here?
What?
Nerd.
Yeah.
Nerd isn't on here. Nerd was a slang term.
Yeah. I don't know when it derived from, but
Well, it's
I
before
think
the
they
80s
probably only
because
put a few.
dweeb says a nerd, someone who is not cool. So
it
I
might have
think
been
dweeb
70s,
turned into nerd.
probably.
Because like you don't really hear dweeb. You never really hear it except
No.
in movies and TV shows from this usual
Disney.
time period.
Dweeb.
It's mainly
Disney.
nerd.
And then fly. Yo, that's fly. That's fly.
Not really that often. I do hear it every once in a
No.
while, but not that often.
Fly with
Yeah.
me. Mhm.
Dance with me. Make me sway.
Oh.
Gag me with a spoon.
Yep.
Never.
No,
Never heard of
it's
that?
Never heard
it's
that.
been. I've always heard the shortened term of it.
Use that all the time at work. I say, gag me with the spoon.
Never heard
No, I
Yeah,
just sit there and say, "Gag me."
I just say, I'm
No.
gonna jump off the roof.
Next one
Yeah.
I use a lot.
Gnarly.
Gnarly, bro.
Gnarly.
Yeah, that was
fucking gnarly.
gnarly.
Yeah,
Must
I,
have started when the
it's
skaters
here and
start
there. Yeah,
Yup,
the skaters started
skater.
coming out.
Yeah,
the skater thing. Very cool, man. Gnarly. That's gnarly,
Like
dude.
the next one, preppy.
I was using
We
my
all know
school
that.
all the fucking time because I did go to a
Oh yeah,
preppy
that's
school.
how
What's up,
that's how we
Prepper?
always put it.
Yeah.
It's the preppy group. It's the preps.
Preppy, man.
Wicked.
Yo, yeah.
Wicked.
These are
It's more
literally
like a
getting
walk-
into what
Our
is our slang now.
Yeah.
Like-
Yuppie.
Yuppie. I've heard of it. I heard of
Yuppie.
it, but I haven't heard it enough.
Nah,
People use that term.
yuppie.
Yes, sir,
Yuppie.
it's a yuppie.
You're such
I
a
like the
yuppie.
other version of that word. You
What's
replace
that?
the U with an I, and it's yippee.
Oh my god.
I was thinking of the little fucking junk fucking creatures from Lethal Company.
That or fucking Mario from the old days. Like,
It's me and my
now,
Now we're in the
finally, we're in
90s,
the
yeah.
90s. Yep.
baby.
Dis.
Yep.
Now, dis is obviously showing no disrespect.
Okay.
Yo, he just
However,
dissed
in
you.
text terms,
Text
how I used to type shit because I'm a fucking retard. You know, I put this shit hot, this shit fire.
This
You know,
my
DIS.
Yeah, but a lot of people
replacing
did that
this.
too.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So, like, our generation, we replace this with this, that with that, the with duh in text tones, not like saying it out loud, even though, yeah, I never said it really out loud. It was always through like texting or making a status on Facebook, which Matt can vouch for me. I sounded like I had a stroke. And
Yeah, I see it every once in a while when it comes up.
Yeah, I fucking hate it. And when I go back and I'm like, did I
Don't
have
worry.
a stroke or something?
I go back. I never did shit like that because, you know, I knew how to type and kind of spell in English. But my thing was I was so, and I still do it to this day, I forget to put certain words in certain spots. So like I'll type something out and just be like, and then send it and then be like, oh fuck, I forgot to put end or the or but or the time I was just talking about. I just acted like I already did because my mind went faster than my fingers. That was the shit I did when I was in high school, middle school.
Yeah.
And I go back to them
Now,
like,
the next
oh,
one,
fuck.
the next one is
Get jiggy.
jiggy.
The only
Where
reason
they
I
have to ride from Will
Get
Smith's
jiggy
song.
with it.
get jiggy with it. Like I never heard that any other way. Yo, it's time to get jiggy. No, just get jiggy with it.
Getting jiggy with it. So, obviously, we all use this today. Homie or homeboy?
Homeboy.
I don't use it as
What's up,
much
homeboy?
anymore.
Chilling with
What's
my
up, homeboy?
homie.
I don't use homie or homeboy anymore. Not really. I used to all the time. Especially because I lived in fucking where I used to live in Darby.
Yeah.
Where a lot of my slang comes from is from fucking literally from the fucking ghetto where a lot of my slang comes from.
True. Next one, we all
My
use
bad.
this. I use it a lot.
Everyone does. My bad.
My bad.
Yep.
Bump into somebody. Oh, my bad.
Sorry.
No, fuck sorry. It's my bad.
Bobby.
The only time I say I'm sorry is I legit mean I'm sorry. If I say my bad, it means it's just like, oh.
I shot Jesse in the back of the head. My bad. Not really. I fucking did that shit on purpose.
Oh, shit. The next one, fat. I have heard that was more of
that has changed
like the actual
a lot.
like the teenagers
Of
of the 90s. Because we were 90s kids.
I never heard that until recently when everyone's going, that's a fat ass.
That's a fat ass, or no, that's fat. That's fat. That's
yeah,
that's
I never honestly I never heard it. I don't even think the teenagers on my street when I lived in Darby said that in Clifton said that shit.
So before we continue on, there are two different other slang words. One is from the East Coast, and there's one from the West Coast. I know both because I used to know someone that lived out on the West Coast that would say this a lot. And a lot of their slang words were very different from ours. Just like down south, there's different ways of saying certain shit. Now, out in the East Coast, you hear whenever at the end of a saying, it was like, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? Or, you know what I'm saying? Or I'm saying.
Yeah, that's someone's favorite thing to say that we know of.
Yeah.
Every time they talk to you, they gotta say
it. Yeah.
Huh?
Is it me you're talking about, motherfucker?
No. The one that's near you
Oh yeah.
all the
Well, she's
time.
gone now. Well, she's gone now.
You probably went to bed.
Yeah. But the other slang word out on the West Coast, preferably over in California, Bay Area, is yada da mean.
Yada to mean. What the fuck?
Yada da mean. Yada da mean. It's the same thing.
Look,
the yada.
But
Look, man,
way.
you have to let them go because they have so much smog. It's affecting their brain, and it's just
Yeah.
strangling it to where they don't even get air up there anymore.
But yes, that is one slang word that I know that someone said, and it's called turf talk. Is the type of talk
Called what
that
talk?
Turf talk.
Turf.
Look it up. It is legit a form of slang that is specifically known in the Bay Area, where it's
Where the
turf
smog
talk,
is
like
the
it's called
hardest.
turf talk. Yeah, it's yada I mean, turfing and gigging,
Okay.
ghost ride the whip, shit like that. Like I said, I knew someone that lived out there, and I used to fuck with them heavy, but I don't anymore. Still cool with them, just don't talk to them like that anymore. Now back to the topic at hand. Next one is
What's Yeah.
you know,
Yeah, that's
or what's up,
what
what
up.
up, and the last one for the 90s. I
Word.
use all the fucking time. Word.
Yeah.
Word.
Word.
Now we're going in 2000s. We use a good amount. You know, it's once we get to the 2010s, the 2020s, I'm gonna feel like I'm stupid. And the first word in 2000s, I've never heard of this. Barney bag?
Neither have I.
Never heard of it. So
Gigantic
it's
purse.
apparently, gigantic purse or bag, I
I've
guess.
never
Barney
heard-
bag.
I mean, if it was purple and it looked like Barney the dinosaur,
Mhm.
maybe.
Yeah, seriously.
I don't know what a
The next one you still hear a lot today.
Yeah, newbie.
Or
Look at the
noob.
Noob. The shortened version.
Yeah, noob.
The one after that, my peeps.
Chill.
What up, my peeps? Chill with my peeps. You don't hear it a lot, but you do hear it.
What the
Number
What?
4.
Number 4.
Oh yeah. Never heard of that before in my life. Never heard that be said in my life.
Hey, what's up?
My
my
rents.
My rents.
Eat my
No,
rent.
No.
My rents.
Like that's
My
another
mom
one.
and
Mom and
dad.
pop.
They're my rents.
Like in the 2000s, I was still a child and teenager. Never used
Yeah,
those.
it was
The
like
only thing
Yeah, I
I've
get
seen here that I've heard when I was in the 2000s was noob or newbie, mainly
Mhm.
around 2004, and peeps. I'm not saying the next one because that's the next one coming up, because I
Yeah.
still hear that one today. But like peeps
Yeah.
and newbie or noob,
Mhm.
I heard all the time. Peeps
Oh, yeah.
not so often, but noob and newbie, yeah, all the time.
Yeah. So the next one after that, sweet.
Oh
Like,
shit, that was not the next one.
what the fuck?
I
are you
went
thinking,
ahead
BFF?
to I went ahead to BFF.
Fucking jackass.
Sweet,
But yeah,
still
that
gets
is the next
used.
one. Sweet. Huh, sweet.
Wait.
And then BFF, best friend forever. Mainly
Best friend forever. Best friend forever.
mainly no matter which way you put it, mainly girl term. Girls use it all the time.
Yeah.
Guys don't use it. That's just my fucking
No.
dickheaded friend.
BFF.
What's up, dickhead? Aside it.
Sod it.
Aside it.
Like-
Aside. Dude, saw.
Bruh.
But now in the 2010s.
2010s. Oh my god.
Chillax. I have heard
I've-
chillax.
I've used
I
it.
said that just being an asshole. You know, I'd be like, man, chillax.
I use that
Like-
shit all the time in Call of Duty when I was on the circuit.
Relaxing and chilling.
Yo, you need to chillax, bro. And then people just get so
Give the
pissed off.
chillax. The next one, oh god,
Never
I've heard this
used.
too many fucking times. I
Chill on my
hated it.
bed.
I never heard it. I've heard it too much. And I hated it.
I never used
My
it.
bay. My
I was-
My
bay.
bae.
My bay.
I've used the normal version of
Fuck outta
babe.
here. Yeah.
You know, like a normal boyfriend should do to his girlfriend. Babe,
babe, baby.
not bae.
You know.
Like just babe. Hey, babe.
Babe.
Oh my god.
Baby cakes. You know. Shook.
Chilling in my
Oh, I'm
bed.
shook.
Oh, yeah.
I'm
Heard
shook.
that a lot.
Like, I'm scared. I'm shook. I've never used it myself.
Neither have I.
The next one, me and Chris have a story with that one.
That's what I'm laughing. It's lit.
Number 4.
Fucking Chris in the back seat. Another Chris.
Oh my god. Yeah. So
It's lit.
story with the next word, lit, obviously means fantastic or whichever. Me, Chris, and Chris Bennett, short little black guy, were going to a con in DC. And we were riding in my Challenger. He was asleep in the back seat. And me and Chris were sitting there just like shooting the shit. And then we're like, yo, we're getting hungry. We gotta go stop at fucking somewhere to get something to eat. Where did we stop? IHOP. You know. And right as we pull up, I'm like, yo, Chris, we're pulling to an IHOP, or we're about to get out for breakfast, and all we hear is, it's lit. And
No,
like,
it was before that.
It wasn't that. It was before
No,
that?
it was before that because we were like driving around. We were still driving to DC, and we
Okay.
were talking about where to go. We thought Chris was actually he was like sleeping, but he wasn't sleeping. Like he was in that moment of
He was
like
resting.
he was resting, like he was getting sleep, but he was still awake and hearing what we were saying because he was talking every so often. But
True.
that's when we started talking about like, yeah, because he even said like, yeah, I'm hungry too. Like, let's get something to eat. And
I think
that's when we
mentioned
decided on IHOP. And then Chris just out of nowhere goes, it's lit. It's like, what the fuck? We both look back at him like, you fucking kidding? He's just saying it's lit the whole time until we get to IHOP.
Bro. And then we got to IHOP and he said it in fucking IHOP before
Yeah.
we fucking left. Like, but that was such a fun time. And the fucking time, even though like staying at that like brothel thing or at that
Hostel was not a brothel. Hostel.
Yeah, it was a hostel. Sorry.
Holy shit.
It was fucking horrible, but the experience me, Chris, and Chris had, especially with playing Cards Against Humanity, funniest fucking time ever.
Here's the fucked up part, by the way. All right. Now, if y'all remember what Lou said, Bennett, which I'm just going to call him Bennett because, yeah.
Yeah.
Bennett was our short black friend. When we were playing Cards Against Humanity, this motherfucker threw the KKK card on him while he was the Karzar. My mouth hit the ground. This motherfucker got up because I think he got, sorry, excuse me, teacher, I couldn't complete my homework because of, and he put down the KKK. Chris gets up, walks out in the, because, you know, if anyone's been in a hostel, there is like a group area, kind of like normal hotels, but there's a group area where everyone could go, dine, and everything like that. This is the middle of the fucking night, like 1, 2 in the morning. Chris walks into the stairwell and fucking loses it. Like that man dropped to the ground laughing hysterically. And then came back like, I'm good.
It was the best. Oh my god. We were laughing for a good.
That was the best one of the night. Like no one could top that one.
Yeah.
And now whenever we play Cards Against Humanity, this motherfucker's always looking for the KKK card because it's an automatic win. Like,
oh yeah.
Because for me and him, we think back to that moment and we're like, that wins. And everyone who plays with us knows.
It works with everything. So that's why. It's like a universal code of shit. So, but no, those are just some funny stories if I could just tell because it was just fantastic.
Yeah, it was great.
Redo them at some point in my life before I die. So, the next one I have heard, obviously, because of a lot of rappers using it, and then Vine was still a big thing starting up.
And my eyebrows being on fleek.
Do for the Vine. Do for the Vine.
Eyebrows on fleek. The fuck.
Yeah, I'm glad.
You know?
I'm glad your eyebrows are on freak. Fleek.
Yep.
Freak. Freaky fleek.
Yeah. Now we're into the 2020s.
20.
Oh my god.
Yeah, we're in 2020. A lot of this shit, honestly, is shit I say.
Yeah.
And Sarah says one of these words. We all say some of these words.
I do.
Actually, I don't know some of these words are from the 2020s. I've probably been using these since the 2010s. Some of them.
Yeah.
Before one of these words has been used since the fucking 90s. And one of the people, all of us here,
6?
knows exactly which one it is.
Number 6.
What?
We'll skip to number
Fire?
6. GOAT. GOAT has been used since the
Oh, yeah,
90s
goat.
because of fucking Michael Jordan.
Earlier than the 90s.
Yeah, way before that. But like the first I ever heard of GOAT was Jordan. Jordan's the fucking
Yeah.
GOAT of basketball. I've been hearing it
Of
since the 90s. That's not a 2020 term. That is a 90s term. The GOAT has
Okay,
always
the
been
GOAT
used.
list.
That is a
Okay,
goat.
list.
That is
Yeah,
the
the
GOAT.
first one that slaps. I've heard it.
Yep.
I don't really use it.
I don't
at
use
all.
it either. I use it as a joke sometimes.
Boot slaps.
The only ones I use are the next two, which are facts or fire.
Yeah.
Facts
That's
is
fire.
earlier than the 2020s. Oh,
And then facts is just like, I'll just be like, yeah, facts.
Yeah, that's facts.
Yeah. Like I don't even realize I say it sometimes. I'll just be like, because of my nephews. My nephews say it a lot, so
Now-
it caught on with me.
Yeah. Now here's the funny thing, all right? Number
Mhm.
4,
Yeah.
stan, as a 20-turn slang word, sometimes explained as a combo of stalker and fan.
Yep.
First used the term in 2000, song called Stan by Eminem. So it's ain't a
Yep.
2020 slang term then. It's a 2000
It's
slang
been
term.
since 2000.
Like,
yeah.
The fuck?
people pissed.
How
Because these
stuff
kids wanna
works?
try to
No.
think they
Why?
know.
How stuff works is fucking stupid.
Number 5.
T.
T.
Sarah
Give me the T,
uses that
sis.
all the time.
Way
Give me
before.
the T, sis.
Sarah uses that all the time.
Another
That
one
is a word she uses. And I think she's
See?
used that before 2020.
Yeah.
Because she always come up to one of us and be like, oh, you want to hear some tea? It's like, sure.
You want to hear the tea?
Hey, you want to hear tea? I'm like, all right, whatever.
I'm spilling the tea.
Like, that's
Yeah,
all it is.
I-
Tea is just gossip.
pretty much. So I found another little list here that they left some out, ranging from 2016 to 2021. I'm not going to go through all of them. I'm just going to name a few. There was dab in 2016. Like, that's my dab. Hit dab. That's my dad. Hit dab. Shit like that.
Yeah.
And another one, bruh.
Bruh.
We use
Bruh.
that, bruh.
Bruh.
And then, before that was bro. Come on, bro.
hmm
What are you doing, bro?
Bruh.
Swag. Bazinga.
Bazinga.
I fucking
Bam.
hate it. I hate it. Fucking swag. I still hate that word. The only reason I can
Fam.
stand
Come on, fam.
swag.
The swagger.
Yep,
Bazinga.
swagger souls. The only reason I can stand the word swag now. Whenever
Yeah.
someone says, yo, that's swag, I'll be like, swagger souls? Where? I'm so
Where's
glad
swagger?
swag is a word that has died.
Yeah. Check out my swag.
You're
Yeah.
wearing clothes, you fucking
Some
idiot.
companies still use it too.
Yep. Fam. I do use fam. And the other
Yep.
one, yeet.
Swagger
just a fun
souls.
word.
Again,
It's just
swagger
fun.
souls.
It's just fun and it's
So-
funny. Like, yeet.
Yeah.
But,
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
There's a
think Chris
lot
put
of
that up.
Huh?
different-
What?
Oh, I thought you died.
No.
You got
You
quiet
died.
for a good
No, I was
second.
looking at something.
There's another one, bet. We all say that, bet.
Yeah, but we all start saying that because of one person, because she says it all the fucking time. I
Kayla.
never used it before until I started dating her, and then I started saying it.
True.
That's a lot of the words that I started saying is because of fucking her.
Yeah.
Because I
Whoa.
was around her so much.
Wow.
Well, Chris, this is why swag died off. Because it turned into drip. That's what happened.
No, you want to
Swag
know why
died,
swag
and it turned into
actually
drip.
died off and they had to change the word?
Why?
If you look up the actual meaning to swag, it was a
Mhm.
group. I forget what years it was in, but it was a group for a group of men who were gay and they were secretly gay. And it was a gay group for men to get together and have sex with each other. That's why it died off, because people realized, oh, when we say we got swag, we're actually saying Hey, you know, we're actually gay and we want to have sex.
That's wild. That's another slang, slang term is that's wild.
Yeah, well,
But there's there's one other one that we use every now and again. It's like that's sus. You're acting sus right now. You're being real sus.
that only became
Real
popular
sus.
because of what game?
Among Us.
Yep. And I'm totally fine with it. Bro, that's
Yep.
sus.
That's sus as fuck. You're acting real sus right now, bro. You're being
You
real
being a little
sus. You're
sussy baka.
I was just about to say that. Yo. Well, I think that can conclude for tonight's podcast. That I think we hit a lot of good old swaggy terms.
I have to be up with it.
Wacky. I'm gonna go chillax.
I'm gonna go.
I'm gonna hit the hay so I can
Yeah, that's another
wake
one.
up in the morning.
Barney
Yeah.
bag.
No, this is just getting really cringe now.
Food because it can
Yeah.
slap.
Oh yeah, that's another one. Cringe. Yeah.
Cringy.
Well, we're gonna end it here, guys. Thanks for tuning in to Low Rollers. Check us out every Tuesday at 12 p.m. We're gonna keep pumping out episodes until you get tired of us or until we feel like our motivation is slowly depleting. Which who knows may happen, but
Until we
hopefully
become
not.
millionaires. If
Yeah.
we become millionaires, we'll shut the podcast down tomorrow.
Yeah,
right.
exactly. If we become billionaires and millionaires, we'll shut it down tomorrow. So Elon Musk, do your job.
Hook me up with a
But
test.
yeah,
Give me a Cybertruck. I've seen a couple of them around here.
You don't want it, bro.
They look so weird.
You don't want it.
No.
Unless it has the Halo wrap, you don't want it.
That too. If it has a Halo wrap, then yeah,
I used
get
to
it.
draw the
But
Cybertruck on when I was in school. I used to draw it.
Yeah, we all did.
we all did. So, anywho, go follow Chris at Doc Lethal with a 0D0C Lethal on Twitch and YouTube. Matt, you can go follow him at the Gig Guy or that Gig Guy. He's gonna have to change his fucking name because he's a fucking idiot.
Yeah, I'm gonna create a new one too. So
Yeah, think of a new one.
for a new we'll get an X, formerly known as Twitter. We'll get a new
Yeah.
handle.
Still
on that,
Twitter.
and Instagram.
Yeah.
Yeah. I say, like, what the hell's X? X. Marks a spot.
But
And then
for Twitch, when you guys
Mhm.
do search it up, you have to put underscore between Doc and Lethal because Twitch doesn't allow spaces. So
That's stupid.
yeah.
And then follow me everywhere on Gruesome Gum Gum. You can learn how to
following
spell
you.
yourself.
I'm not following you.
Yeah,
Know it.
follow me, kill me. So yeah, have a good night, guys, and we'll see you on the next one.
See you next
Check you
week.
later.
Bye bye.
Love you.